remember last week when we talked about the viral list of unacceptable places to take a woman on dates? Remember that?
Yes. Was Waffle House on that list? Can we see that list again? Was Waffle House on that list?
I don't know.
It probably wasn't, but I think it's without saying if Applebee's is on the list or Cheesecake.
It's on there.
It's on there. Yeah, it is on there, right? I thought it was on there. Yeah, I thought it was on there. Number 27.
And we're going to talk about this after, but it's been a battle of the sexes with these stupid ass lists, and everyone that's making these lists is probably single, okay? Well, Russell Wilson rented out the entire Waffle House for Ciara on her birthday. Do you think that list needs to go out the window? Let's go to you first, Q. What do you think about this list? Because this multi-millionaire, happily married man did it. What do you think?
Well, you know what? So does the list need to go out the window? Absolutely. Does Russell taking Ciara to the Waffle Factory, does that incident, Waffle House, does that incident alone warrant the list being thrown out? Absolutely not, because I think any girl would be flattered if any man rented out any restaurant in its entirety. I mean, that's some special stuff that the average Joe Blow every day can't do. Secondly, Ciara's favorite restaurant was the Waffle House. So that was the reason why Russell Wilson did it. And then, too, we can't use a gesture by Russell and Ciara to blanket, what the rest of us and how the rest of us should move. Because listen, with the money that they got, those people have eaten at all of the finest establishments that there is to be offered. And I have found, being in the company of those people with that type of wealth, they actually get more gratification out of doing regular, everyday people things. So granted, the list should be thrown out the window, but I don't necessarily like the comparison. Well, if Russell took Ciara to Waffle House, then, y'all are not too good for Cheesecake Factory, because Russell did not take Ciara to Waffle House. Russell rented out the entire Waffle House, and I'm sure had to pay them for whatever their sales would have been for that time span. So there's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Al, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. If Ciara can admit that that's her favorite restaurant, and she's fine with going there, and she's married to one of the best athletes in the world, they are wealthy, why can't you take someone that you met at the club to the Waffle House afterwards and it be fine? If it's good enough for those two kings and queens, it should be good enough for any girl from around the way. This is my opinion. Why is where you eat an indicator of where your relationship is going to go? Why is it where you eat an indicator of how good that man is going to treat you, or what type of provider he's going to be for you as a boyfriend or even a husband? Y'all need to get rid of these lists. And the only reason I think this list exists is because women are starting to use places like where you dine at. Those are places that you want to be felt to be pretty. They ain't got nothing to do with whether that man is good enough for you. That's where you want to go to be in order to feel pretty. And in all honesty, most of the guys that will take you to those really nice places, you're not even interested in them. You're just there for the free meal. So forget me with that list. You should be glad that a man is using his hard-earned money to even want to take you out on a night and treat you like a woman and open the door and sit you down at a restaurant and pay for it. So for me, whether it's Waffle House or the Corral or Golden Corral, you should be happy, period, end of story.
Well, Golden Corral's where I draw the line. When me and KJ went there, I said, what the hell? They sneezing all over the food. It's white supremacists up in here. I don't know about Golden Corral, but I will say this. Again, I just think we're getting, and I'm going to blame this on social media and people just doing stuff for the gram. If there was no social media and you met a guy or a girl that you were interested in and you liked their personality and they said, hey, let's go grab a drink at such and such, or let's go grab a coffee, or let's go grab a bite, and you enjoy their company, it would be fine. The problem is everyone is living for the gram. If you can't show it off and your goal is to make other people jealous, then you've already failed. And you probably don't even deserve happiness or love, because I'm sorry, I think that is so superficial. I've had some amazing first dates that really didn't cost much. I remember one time me and someone met up and we drove up the coast of PCH and we went to a beach and we just hung out and we took pictures. We threw rocks. We were skipping rocks. That date cost about $5, whatever the parking was. And it was so fun because we did some off the beaten path stuff. Y'all got to stop with the same restaurants, you're just doing it for your other friends on social media. Let's be very clear. Because if you really cared about that person, it would be about the moment. Like, it'd be about, like, I like them corny ass, like, whatever, what people deem corny. I don't think it's corny. If I like you, we can go bowling. We can go spend $20, $30 on that. It don't have to be that. And once you're my man, we really can do whatever. Like, because it's like about the company. And the quicker y'all realize that and stop focusing on showing off your friends, the happier you'll be. Like, it's dumb at this point. Trust me, it's not worth it. Do we have some comments? Oh, Simply Complicated said, my last date took me to Denny's on an EBT card. True story.
Denny's take EBT cards?
I don't know, but I had a multi-$100 million person take me on a date at Denny's, and it was so funny because I liked his personality. That'll be in the book, though. I ain't gonna tell you who it was.